Coyotes hang on to deal LA a playoff killing 2-1 defeat.
I'll be curious to see what happens in LA. Are they going to change the general manager? Is Dean Lombardi's days numbered there? I think there's certainly some real soul searching going on at the upper reaches of the LA Kings management group.
Today, it was accountability time.
General Manager Dean Lombardi and Coach Daryl Sutter are both out.
The move comes after LA missed the playoffs for just the second time in the past 8 years.
For the past 3 seasons, the LA Kings failed to meet expectations. And with another disappointing finish, a change was made.
Yesterday was a difficult day. I've been here for about 20 years now, and it was probably one of the toughest days that I've had with the Kings. Ultimately, it was about our future, it was about evolving, and it was about moving forward as an organization.
I don't think it's any secret in our business is success-driven. This franchise took success to the highest level with 2 Stanley Cups, and it's dropped since then. You know, they've had 1 playoff appearance, 1 playoff win in 3 years. It's success-driven, and the success isn't there.
We want to be the best team in the NHL, the best team in sports. So the expectations from everyone, including our fans, our players, like management, are that we need to compete every year.
Brody pumped it, tip, score! And a 4-1 Calgary lead.
Teams in your division aren't going backwards, they're getting better in a hurry. It's a very competitive league, and if you don't keep pace in terms of getting the guys up to speed right away, then you can miss the playoffs. And you know, we missed by a fair bit this year.
I've only been a part of one organization, and I take it personally when we have success, and I take it personally when we fail. And we're not at a good point right now because we don't finish this way. We shouldn't finish this way.
The departure of Dean Lombardi and Daryl Sutter marks the end of an era for Kings hockey, as the team says goodbye to a duo that helped bring the city 2 Stanley Cup championships.
It was obviously a very tough news to accept because, with Dean and Daryl, we've won with them, and that's gonna link us together for life.
I've learned a ton under Dean. His work ethic is unmatched. It just filters throughout, and that's something that we can't lose. I think we lost a little bit of it on the ice, off the ice, and that's probably why we're sitting here doing a black and white while other teams are playing in the playoffs.
The new leadership comes from familiar faces. Luc Robitaille serves as club president, with the Kings promoting Rob Blake to general manager and Mike Futa to the role of assistant GM.
It's time to reset, and for me, I don't think there's anybody that I've ever met that I have as much respect for as I do Rob Blake. We're in great hands moving forward, and I mean, for me, to have 2 Hall of Famers above me, that's not a bad situation to be in.
Well, I think it's exciting for Rob being a player here, a captain here, assistant GM, and now the GM. I think that's very exciting for him. I think we can be very confident with those 2 guys leading us.
Their first move, promoting John Stevens to head coach.
I know his work ethic and his attention to detail is second to none, and we welcome that here with Los Angeles Kings.
After 7 years as an assistant coach with the Kings and a crucial part of the 2 Stanley Cup teams, Stevens has grown since his last head coaching position with the Philadelphia Flyers.
I think part of our identity as a hockey team has to be that the LA Kings are a team that goes hard to the net. And quite honestly, if we lead the league next year in coaches' challenges for goalie interference, I'd be real happy about that. I think as a young coach, you really pay attention to the X's and O's. You're going to teach the game. I was always a really good student of the game, and it doesn't take very long where you understand that the X's and O's are important, but the relationships and the emotional level of your hockey team is just as important.
Now the focus shifts to getting this team back into contention for another Stanley Cup.
I think everybody has to look in the mirror. We had some core players that didn't play up to their standard of excellence, but they're not guys that are done. Okay, they're guys that are really pissed off that are going to come back better than ever.
Score from the left side!
We want to get this team back playing the way we know they can, continue to be a really aggressive team without the puck, and continue that aggressiveness. We're confident to put it on display in front of our fans here in LA.
Shot by Pearson, he scores!
We understand where we are at as a team, one of the best defensive team, one of the best puck possession. It's not enough. Doesn't mean you're going to win the cup every year, but you should compete for the cup every year. So it's not enough the way we're playing.
With the expansion draft and free agency looming, the roster will change. It's an opportunity for leaders to emerge and young players to contribute.
Guys who were once young guys have now become secondary core guys. They need to be pushing from the back while those other guys are pulling from the front.
He shoots, he scores! Now up the middle, here's Dowd, he scores!
And this is one of the first years we've had a lot of first-year players come in throughout the season and become parts of that team. Now, those kids have to understand that just playing in the NHL is the first step, and then being capable of helping the team win becomes the next step.
The changes will continue for the Kings this summer. The goal for next season will not.
I can't contain how excited I am moving forward about where we get to go and just getting back to the level of being a King that our fans have deserved. It'll be a lot of fun. Fun is winning and fun is being a champion.